welcome, and thank you for coming out today. We're excited to celebrate our 20th anniversary. This is a huge milestone for Textron Aviation and the Independence community. I've had the privilege to help manage this facility for about a year and a half now, and I'm very honored to join this community. Look very forward to the future ahead of us and continuing the future of Textron Aviation here in Independence. With that, I'd like to introduce Ron Draper. He is the Vice President of Integrated Supply Chain for Textron Aviation. He's had the opportunity to watch this facility grow over the years and become an important part of the organization. Ron?
Well, good afternoon. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm just going to spend a couple minutes talking about the history of this facility a little bit. The story of Cessna in Independence really began in 1994. So Cessna, along with other major airplane manufacturers, was lobbying for a new General Aviation Revitalization Act and promised that if the government passed and the president signed it, that we would go back to production of piston aircraft. And in 1994, President Clinton signed that act, and within 24 hours, Cessna announced the intention to build a new facility somewhere in Kansas. There were 16 communities, Independence was one of them, 16 communities that were hoping that they were chosen for the location for that plant. It was later that year, in December actually, that Cessna chose Independence. Independence campaign was called Smile for Cessna. That was the campaign to win the business. And in December of that year, the Independence community was chosen. Very shortly, in 1995, we broke ground on building this facility here, a 500,000 square foot facility. The first aircraft, the facility opened in 1996, and the first aircraft produced rolled off the line in 1996. And it started with the 172s, the 182s, and the 206s, the ancestors to the high wings that we're building today. Since those days, there have been a lot of important milestones, a lot of product announcements. We've announced the first jets built outside of Wichita were built here with the Mustang in 2004. The composite low-wing piston airplane over here, the TTX, came along in 2009. And of course the M2, which is a great selling jet for us right over here, was announced in 2012. Today we have over 500 employees working on site here, doing everything from assembly, interior installation, paint, flight test, final delivery, everything it takes to build an airplane and deliver it to our great customers. Just last year, this team in Independence worked over 1 million hours of work on delivering 270 piston airplanes and nearly 50 jets delivered from this facility to customers. We constantly get feedback from customers that they love the quality of the product coming from this facility, and they love how much the employees care about the customer satisfaction in the product. Over the past 20 years, it's been great for Cessna to enjoy the relationship with the community down here in Independence. We feel it's important to be an important part of the community. We've been involved in a number of charities and community events over the years. To highlight a few, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, Relay for Life, recently the Stadium Project. Of course, every year we're involved in NEWALA and other things like Uplift Campaign. From our perspective, we're not just building great airplanes, but we're contributing and participating in a great community. At this point, I'd like to introduce Doug May, our Senior Vice President of our propeller product, to talk a little bit more about our products. Thanks.
Thanks, Ron. And thanks to all of you for being here and supporting this milestone anniversary. Our Piston and Citation M2 and Mustang customers choose Textron Aviation for a variety of reasons. But it all starts here in Independence, Kansas. I know how hard you work and how proud you are of the work that you do from assembly to final delivery. And our customers understand that as well, and it shows in the product that you deliver. As Ron mentioned, the Independence team supports the TTX, the 172 Skyhawk, the 182 Skylane, the Turbo 206, the Mustang, and the M2, all of which are represented here today. And they're all behind you and standing in pride. Each product is unique and an industry leader in its segment. From the 172, the world's benchmark for pilot training, to the TTX, the fastest piston aircraft in its class, to the M2, which has quickly become the best-selling business jet in its class. With over 100 airplanes delivered throughout the world, the M2 has become an industry leader, and has done that, I should say, rather, in the first 2 years of production. To date, we have delivered over 11,000 airplanes of one variety or another from Independence. 10,000 of those have been piston products. And those products are delivered all over the world. In fact, just recently, our first Argentinian customer for a TTX was in town and took delivery of his new TTX product. And in just a few weeks, we'll start delivering 172s to an Indonesian customer as part of a 25 aircraft fleet deal. This team and this community are truly making a difference. You're making history, and you're doing so with industry-leading products. None of that would be possible without your hard work and your dedication. So thank you for everything that you do every day to move yourselves forward as individuals and this organization forward. And thank you for what you've done for the last 20 years.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Doug. With that, I would like to invite the Mayor of Independence, Mr. Gary Hogsett, to the stage. Prior to becoming mayor, Gary also served as the city commissioner. During this time as city leader, he has remained an avid supporter of this facility. On behalf of Textron Aviation, I would like to present this picture to you and in the City of Independence. This represents all employees that are currently based here at the Independence location. Each one has taken the time to sign the mat.
Thank you, Carrie. It's a great honor to be up here with you this morning, representing the citizens of Independence. You know, I haven't lived here that long, just a couple of years, but when we first started looking at Independence, that is really annoying. We heard a lot about the history of Sinclair Oil being born here in Independence, but we heard a lot more about Textron Aviation and how Textron Aviation has become interwoven in the very fabric of the community, very much a part of the community, and frankly, Independence would not be the same city without you here. I would like to present you with a plaque, the key to the city. The key to the city on the occasion of your 20th anniversary, and we're just so pleased that you're here.
Thank you, Gary. I want to thank everyone for coming out to today. It looks like it's going to turn out to be a beautiful afternoon. I know that you're tired of it listening to all of us. So with that, in about 15 minutes, we will let the air show commence. Thank you again.
the railroad.